Welcome to Ann Arbor, Michigan. The lights are on in the big house, and this crowd, clad in maize and blue, certain that they will hail the victors in the Wolverines' home opener tonight. We've got a top 25 matchup on hand. Two of the premier teams in the land looking to make a statement that will resonate. As we'll see, the number 22 team in the country, the Fresno State Bulldogs, taking on the 7th-ranked team in the land, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Wolverines' long wait is coming to an end as they'll put a foot to it, and the season will get underway. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. So Fresno State's return team didn't help matters out much with that one. And here's the band they rally around, and he has earned that type of respect, David.
You dang right. You earn it by doing it, and he's done it at such a high level. Everyone believes in this young man, and Palmer, there's a reason why.
You're right, David. He's been in the big moments, and he's won the big games. This guy delivers when the game is on the line.
Open space at the 25. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down.
And you're going to hear this guy's name a lot. They're going to ride the big fella. He's such a stud. They're going to build the offense around him. This is just game 1, but you're going to get a lot of big runs from this guy.
They'll give it to him again. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
When you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one. It's hard to find a place these days that the Big Ten doesn't touch geographically, but there's a lot of crossover with the Big Ten and Big 12 and plenty of bragging rights on the line when their schools meet.
You think about Nebraska, once upon a time being in the Big 12, now in the Big 10 too. These conferences also recruit in similar areas too. So this game is interesting, David, because a lot of these players, they're familiar with each other from high school.
Yeah, and I tell you, from experience, you hate that. Like, you get to know each other, you go to the other school, like, you're now my enemy. You're not my friend anymore. So a chance to prove it, a chance for the Big 12, who's been kind of pillaged and pulled apart at times.
Touchdown, Michigan! And how about the kicking game coming up with a play? The whole thought process is just get the ball back, and what will we do on offense? And the special teams takes care of that.
What a great job by the special teams unit, making a big-time play. Listen, the offense was going to get the ball, Reese. Yeah, I get you, but they got this taken care of. Take the punt return, make a few guys miss, take it all the way to the house. Really good execution in that punt return.
Fresno State takes over, and the offense will go back to work. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack, once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
Feeling some heat. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and that can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attack.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. He's going to take off, and he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. Fresno State will have to punt. The last time they punted, it went back for 6. Fields to punt and try to pick up some yards. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark it down at the 38-yard line. The Wolverines offense will take the field for the first time. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team.
He's going up top. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there. After the misfire, it's second down. From the gun, give on the inside. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mitt. They put one mitt on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and
running toward the tape. He's at the 20. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
Love the individual effort by the wide receiver after the catch, making people miss, showing you the speed. Now he set up his offense down in the red zone.
Got enough space, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Wolverines.
I think you love starting the year off with some momentum, and that's exactly what this offense is doing. They're firing on all cylinders, defense doing their job as well. This team getting out the gates to start the season in great fashion.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
What a great play. Winning one-on-one, getting home and getting a sack. And that kind of effort is going to get the big house fired up. These 100,000-plus Michigan Wolverine fans are on their feet screaming because of that dominant play right there coming from their D-line.
He's going to go down, and he's in his own end zone. It's going to be a safety. So after giving up the deuce on the safety, now they'll be able to kick it away without a rush from the 20.
Returner is brought down at the 31, and your Michigan Wolverines will take over.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. We'll see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Fires to the tight end. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, the quarterback's patient most of the time. That drag route's going to come over.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
And as an offense, having success on a run play like that early in the game just opens up all the possibilities of your playbook moving forward. Play action, running the ball, throwing the ball, screens, anything is at your disposal at this point.
On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. How about the patience from this sophomore to hunt that green grass?
And that's all you want, right? You want that first down, understand the situation, understand I got to get north and south, get a first down, get a new set of downs.
Trying to surprise him with the pass. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
Well, obviously, at this point in the first half, the defense is finding themselves in a hole. You just get the feeling if they're going to get back in this, they're going to need more plays like that. They're going to need sacks. They're going to need turnovers. They're going to have to create negative plays to get themselves some momentum.
Got his man on the right. Touchdown, Michigan! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And that is the first passing touchdown, first of many of the season for this offense. Nice drive by the offense. Way to finish it, take care of the football, make some plays in the passing game. This offense looks like they're going to be a really hard one to stop.
On the move from inside his 5. Fresno State takes over and the offense will go back to work. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together. Get some good mojo going.
He'll run it again. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job game tackling because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
Looking to throw on 3rd. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. Fresno State will have to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
And you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
They'll leave it with him. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the 1st down. They've got it at the 40.
And big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
Some belief in that running game as they pick up 5 to the 35-yard line. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Give to the running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And I can't tell you how much I love seeing corners being willing to come up and tackle. That is so huge for a defense. You can't Olay blocks and create space. You can't just hang out on the outside. You got to go.
Got a lot of running room. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverine. What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot. He makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. This drive will open from the 15. Running back searching for a hole. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the 1st period. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Just about ready to get things started here in the 2nd. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle.
Fresno State, 0.
He wants to throw here on second down. Moving away from pressure. Trying to escape and get it himself. Short gain on the play before he slides.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
And it's picked off. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already gotten the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. A shot toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Smart offensive coordinators, they're going to throw deep balls, especially those 50-50 balls you hear about all the time. My wide receiver is better than your DB. Well, not on this play.
Get set.
They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. Across the 25, he's got room. He's piled up 87 yards rushing, and that is quite an impressive first half here in this season opener. The Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They go to the ground. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
I know the passing game sells, the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Give to the running back. Brought down at the 7 after picking up 3. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You know, you're in the red zone. You bring out a bunch of tight ends on the field. So the defense, they were expecting run on that one. They were physical, and they were able to force the negative play.
On fourth down, they'll run it looking for the first. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan. These guys wanted to make a statement. Statement has been delivered.
It's your job to stop them. Oh, don't run the score up. Well, do something about it. The defense has to step up and make plays. Obviously, they're not willing to do that, so just keep running plays and keep scoring.
Fresno State, 0.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. They're trying to get to him. Just missed on the connection, incomplete. After the misfire, now on second down. Timeout call by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. That incompletion leads to second down and 10.
42, Spider.
He's looking to throw. Going to try to pop one on the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. They're down to the 25 on 1st and 10. Wide receiver coming across in motion. The give from the gun.
Yeah, and a great job by the offensive line, seeing the blitz, picking it up, and then it's on the running back. Running back finds a hole, gets a little bit of a crease, makes a nice run at it.
The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. They'll try the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And a Great job by the linebacker. You could tell starting to crowd the line of scrimmage, get up there in the line of scrimmage, see it, diagnose it, get in the backfield, get the running back on the ground for the tackle for the loss.
Here on third down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. And this one only 35 yards out, but not straight away. This one from the left hash. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. Well, they got 3 back, but that's about all you can say.
Fresno State, 3.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute them.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Reacted well to the tip, but just couldn't squeeze the football. Instead of the turnover, it'll be third down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On third down, he drops the throw. Makes the grab over the middle. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down.
You know, the tight end's going to have to do a better job of separating and giving his quarterback a place to go with the football. That time just couldn't create it, and as a result, as soon as he made the catch, he was brought to the ground, setting up fourth down.
And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. And the Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. He wants to throw it again. He makes the connection. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
Right. Second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
Avoids pressure. But he can't get away again, and down he goes, and the trickeration is not so tricky.
Love the job by the defense containing the QB, staying in their rush lanes. Even if the first and second guy miss, making sure he stays inside the pocket, and inevitably they're able to get the sack.
And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
And they'll mark this one at the 15-yard line. Fresno State takes over and the offense will go back to work. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'll be interesting to see what happens here on the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Finds a little bit of space. He'll get 3 out to the 15.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. Fresno State will have to punt. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. This has been an impressive first half, and Jesse, they'd love nothing better than to tack another one on before the break.
And why would they want to stop at this point? Everything they've dialed up.
Nothing but green ahead. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
Man, sometimes it just gets frustrating, and you've just been beat down all day. This defense hasn't had answers, but now you can't let them run the football and just run it down your throat and be physical. This defense has to do something different and find a way to make something happen. Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life in this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
Quite a bit of work to do on third down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down. It'll bring up a big decision.
Right there, I think you need a better play call. You got to help your quarterback out a little bit because the throw has got to at least make it to the sticks. On that last play, you're basically trusting the guy to make a few dudes miss in order to go pick up that first down. I think you need to start being a bit more aggressive here when these third downs present themselves.
They spun that wheel of fortune on fourth down and come up bankrupt. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Let's see what they've got on second down. He's looking to throw. Coming after him. And the quarterback was trying to extend the play, and the defense brought it to a close. Fresno State right back to the line. On third down, going up top. The pressure on him, and the quarterback goes down, and that's how we'll wrap up the first half. Fresno State lined up to kick off and start this second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. They'll start the third quarter with the run. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
The give to the tailback. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. It'll be a run on 3rd and short. The Wolverines get the first down.
And I know it's not sexy, but those little runs just keep you on your heels, keep the sticks moving, making you understand, like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to be patient. A lot of offenses aren't patient. They get too big play happy, wanting to force the ball down the field. This offense is staying nice and patient right now.
He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play.
In halftime in this locker room, there was a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead. But you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here. And I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
And the Wolverines will line it up on 1st and 10. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
They'll keep it on the ground. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks for the first down.
And this is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
They get him down after he makes the catch.
Well, when you're running the drag route against man coverage like that, as a quarterback, you've got to put the ball out in front of your target. When you do that, you give the guy a chance to then advance the football up the field, pick up a first down like they did right there.
Headed to the line at the 23, trying to convert this 3rd and short. Here's the handoff. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
And this guy is elite. There's a reason why he starts in this offense. You just saw the speed and the open field running ability on that last play. And this is a
touchdown Wolverines! And the stomping has commenced.
And everybody's getting in on the fun now for this offense. From the opening whistle, they have been up and down the field. Starters are scoring. You've got backups in the game now. And I love the play calling. These guys came to your school to play in this offense to score touchdowns, so let them go do it. Make this defense prove they can stop you.
He'll start the return inside his spot. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Fresno State takes over, and the offense will go back to work. Looking for a productive play on first down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. They'll go to the ground. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They go right back to him. Get some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22.
I think you run that play so you stay out of 3rd and long. 3rd and long is not where an offense ever wants to thrive. 3rd and medium, hey, I'm good with that. So you run that play to make sure you're set up for a good 3rd down.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. Fresno State will have to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Trying to get to him. Wiggles free. Fires to the big fella. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like, because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped. The Wolverines trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Michigan! And the punishment has been extended.
The The identity of this offense is their ability to run the football. They're doing that in this game. That's now 3 rushing touchdowns on the day.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem.
Fresno State, 3.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Man, the defense smells blood in the water. You can tell. They're getting to this quarterback over and over and over. They've already sacked him a couple times. They're just winning up front. They almost got another sack on that last play.
Dances away. Open space at the 25. And he's finally down, sliding in safely after the huge pickup.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got running back-like ability out in space.
Well, the most insightful analysis I can come up with on that one is that didn't work. Back to the drawing board to see if there's something that works a little better soon.
I don't know if I can quote the great Reese Davis. That was very ungood. Not a productive first down play.
A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. He's got it. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. The Bulldogs are flying down the field.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
Going with the counter play here. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Stuck with a running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. Motion from the offense. The run from the shotgun. Crosses the 30. He's got away. He's into the open down the middle. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Fresno State.
With that last touchdown now, they're trying to create some momentum. They're trying to avoid starting the season 0-1. They know they've got a lot of work to do here in the second half, but you should be feeling pretty good about that last score. Now you've got to keep that up.
From inside the 10, here he comes. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive did.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
Made a defender miss. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
Off play action on 1st down. Trying to get behind the defense. Pulls it in inside the 10. Touchdown, Wolverines. And the beatdown has ensued.
When these offenses get in a rhythm, they're hard to stop. Already up early, got a short field, take advantage of it too, get another touchdown. This offense is doing whatever they want to do and having a lot of success.
Fresno State, 10.
On the move from inside his 5. there to make the stop, and we've played 3 in this one. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. Well, guys, so far, this has been a massive beatdown, and it would appear the biggest challenge is what kind of records can they set as we have a look at the third quarter stats. Grabbed over the middle. It's Hubbard. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the en route there.
And guys, this can be a great time to look for a big play on 2nd and inches. He's looking to throw. Grabbed in the middle. It's Hubbard. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball's going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second. Try to freeze defenders with your eyes, and then throw the ball into open areas of the field, anticipating where your guy's going to be.
They want to just keep throwing it. They're bringing heat. And he'll chuck it into the cheap seats there and save the down. Nobody getting open there.
Got to give this defense credit, guys, because all game long they have forced their opponent to be one-dimensional. They haven't allowed anything to happen in the passing game. As a result, we're here in the fourth quarter. They barely allowed over 100 yards passing.
They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. Fires to the middle. It's caught downfield. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
And this offense has got to kick it in high gear now. Making a big play, that is great, but we got to go up-tempo. We got to go fast. We're trailing big in this ball game. We got to put a lot of drives together and maybe even get lucky with an onside kick.
And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
I think it's just too little too late, David, at this point. That's a play that they could have used a lot earlier in this game, but because of miscues, they're down by a lot late, and I don't think they're going to have enough time to claw back into this one.
Yeah, and I'm fine with you running that play if you want to do that. My goal now is with this lead, if you want to run it, so be it, but just don't give up the big plays. Let that clock continue to roll. Make them earn it all the way down the field and take a lot of time off that clock.
Got some work to do on 2nd down after that last one. They need 13. Fast motion from the offense. Power football with the run. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. And he's already 1 for 1, so this time he'll try to put one through from 39 yards out. Smashes it between the uprights. I wouldn't say they cut into the deficit. They sort of microscopically edged off the deficit. Still a mountain to climb.
Set to kick off.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been good.
Oh, look out. There he goes. The 30. At the 20. Touchdown, Michigan. And the route is on. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Michigan, 65. Fresno State, 13.
And it'll come out to the... at a return. Fresno State takes over and the offense will go back to work. Guys, that last trip, a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. Throw him to the spot, and that's exactly what he did to pick up the first down.
And that's so many hours of doing this together. You know exactly when he's going to break on that out route. You know what kind of speed he has because you've thrown it so many times.
He's off to the races. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, listen, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10, and the returner will be knocked down. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They're going to test the right side with this one. At the 35, he's loose. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
That's exactly the start you want when you're on offense. In this situation, 4-minute offense, I'm not worried about scoring. I'm not worried about getting a bunch of first downs. I need 2. I need 2 first downs, and I'm going to let that clock tick, and I walk out of here with a dub.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. Still running at the 40. And there they go again with another huge gain on the ground. He's finally run out of bounds. He now has 110 yards rushing, and this offense wanted to establish the ground game, and man, have they started the season right in that regard.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Looking for room. It's Buchanan. Oh, what a move. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Wolverines. And the pummeling has started. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Cincinnati overcame a tough opponent, and not only that, a raucous crowd. The Bearcats tuned out all the noise and showed this team can win on its field, your field, or a neutral field. Well done. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Dances away from the heat. Going to try to get it himself. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. He'll try to take it back. He's at the 10. And it's going to be a pick six. Touchdown, Michigan.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do have it, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
A strike downfield. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
Got his man quickly. Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch, to work that defense and get the first down. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
Now they've moved it just inside the 40, 1st and 10 from the 39. He's going to pass, setting up the screen. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit him with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
To the air on first down. Quickly complete. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
Defense playing really conservative, right? You got the lead, but here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get sacks. I got to get to the quarterback. Like, I got to make sure I'm getting him, knocking him off the spot. Padding my stats, by the way. Got a lot of sacks late in games and we had a big lead, but that's okay. That's what you're supposed to do. Keep competing, defense.
They keep attacking through the air. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Firing toward the end zone. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got scores late in the ball game in the fourth quarter, I'm gonna rush the passer like crazy. I'm gonna put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're gonna have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
Oh, look out! And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because, Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed. Stuff you can't coach. You saw it on that play.
And there's nothing more frustrating than when you get late in the game and you know they're running the football and you don't stop them. It's been that kind of day for this defense. They haven't played well. They're going to have to go to the well. They're going to have to figure some things out. Practice this week, I can promise you, will not be a lot of fun with these coaches. I think Jesse and Reese could call offensive plays for any team if they're having this much success on the ground. It starts with the ground game, right? Like, you can chew up these kind of plays, then I can play action later on and take shots. But right now, defense has first got to stop the run game that's been chewing them up.
A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4.
And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they put a good day together.
And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Fresno State takes over, and the offense will go back to work. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face, and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today, they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet and not remember it.
And he can't escape, and down he goes. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. Fresno State will have to punt. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball.
In other scores around the country, Slippery Rock 49.
He'll field the punt. They'll bring him down. The clock is at 0, and that is how this one will wrap up. The old coaching